Okay, good morning. Good morning. Sorry if my voice is a little weird. I woke up with like whatever Ange is doing is how I woke up too. So we are here today, showing up in our best form. Water, banana, I'll take my vitamins in a little bit, but oh my goodness. But I just want to start by saying welcome back to Melissa. So if you guys
Thank
were around
you.
for body days, you know Melissa. She's kind of been part of our team in different seasons of life. And so she knows she can always come home open arms. And we are so glad that she's here with us again and ready to rally for the month of May. I can't believe it's May, you guys. It's May. It's May.
I did.
You know what is even scarier to think about is like this baby could be here next month. Like due date is 4th of July, but me and Derek were like, oh my God, like we should probably do something to like get ready. Like we are not ready. So we're like, well, I guess we'll order a crib this weekend. And we're just like kind of do. Anyways, um, April went by and I know Melissa, you weren't back in the team chat for this, but for those of you who were, so Angela, Jess, and other people who are not in this call. I do need to just take a second and say thank you to you guys because you guys showed up for this team in a way that not everybody did. You know what I mean? Like my level ones, my team absolutely rallied to lock in this goal. So Melissa, we if you look in your back office where those circles are, we are now headed into month 3 of a qualification that requires 20,000 OV. And as a team, we hit that goal. It's not a goal that just like one person could hit by themselves. It has to be a team goal. It has to be like a team push. And we did it. And man, we locked in month 1, I think at like 11:58 or something like crazy. It was insane. I think we all walked away from that like, oh my God, like baby deer legs, like holy crap, like that was intense. And then this month we locked it in at like 10:20 or something. So I was like, okay, that's improvement, right? But seriously, like thank you guys for being there, for rallying with me and just like never giving up because I mean, full honesty, I was like last weekend, I was so discouraged because I knew not everyone on the team was pushing, and I was like, how are we ever going to do this? This is such an important thing for my family right now. And like, I don't want to have to start over when I'm freshly postpartum. Like, I was just thinking, I was like super negative headspace. And I was just like, before the level ones call last week, I was crying, and Derek's like, okay, you need to get out of bed and you need to go talk to your team and you need to trust them and you need to tell them what is going on. Like, what are the numbers at? And like, then we had different people coming in and being like, even Ange this month was like, well, I want to know what the numbers are for day 1. And it's like, yes, I should be sharing that. So, just for full disclosure, where we are, I'll pull them up right now while I'm talking, but like we changed. I felt like this massive shift in the last 48, 72 hours of the month where it was like more open communication about what was going on. So like sometimes in the other Shackley chat, we'll do like cards and ring the bells, and now we're bringing that to our level ones, and I think that that is such a good switch up. Um, sharing I think Vicky came up with the idea to share like the numbers every hour on the hour. And I was like, that's such a good idea for the last like day of the rally, like when we're pushing to let people see it. I'm like, that's such a good idea. And then, so right now we're already at 3,187 and we are on day 4. So we are actually on track for the next actually rank advancement, which is just crazy, which is 30,000 OV, which scares the living bejesus out of me. But we're just gonna stay focused. We're gonna stay focused. But um yeah, so and that is fully like the team because I sometimes feel like I get like anyone feel like they push so hard at the end of the month that they like feel like they just need a minute. That's how I definitely feel after like day 1, I was just like, oh my gosh, I haven't slept in days. Like that's literally how it felt. I pushed so hard at the end of last month and I locked in like my highest commission percentage. It was really intense. It was really stressful, but we did it. We did it. And it just shows me like what I'm truly capable of. And I think a lot of people on this team feel that way too. Like they really showed themselves what they are truly capable of. And I think every person on here had wins, whether they were mental wins or like even Ange, like I noticed, I'm just gonna call you out, a huge shift in you as well. Like you sent more carts than I think I've ever seen you send. Like something shifted for you, and like I felt like I just felt this like monstrous swing in energy of just like conversation changes and like it's clicking and like things happening and like Jess like overcoming what you were going on in your life, and then like now Melissa's back, and like I wish Marissa were on this call, but like Marissa like has this whole new plan. Kristen is crushing it. Like literally our team, like our level ones team is just like it's like something has clicked. Like we've hit the 6 month marker with this new business and something is like shifting and I can feel it and I can see it from all of you and I'm so excited for you guys. And our team is growing. You know, everybody has new ambassadors. Everybody's like um, getting ready to onboard new people, and that's not going to stop. So I do want to talk just quickly for a second. Oh, before I forget, um, for those of you who were working last month, if you have personal orders or customer orders that you need to drop your screenshots for the raffle, the ambassador raffle, under the team page, it's two $50 gift cards and a bag of the Life Shake. Um, Go do that because I'm gonna draw those winners this weekend. Oh, today. And
Is
then we'll
that
celebrate everybody on Tuesday. What'd you say?
the whole month of April or just certain amount of date? Like I said,
From the date that it was posted, from the date that it was posted to the end of the month.
okay.
And then, okay, so I want to go over what's happening for May. Um, and I'm also gonna try to pull up Melanie's calendar too, because I have not watched her live yet, and I wish I would have done that before this call, but I didn't have time this morning. Um, but I did see there's like one webinar and it's like a Mother's Day extravaganza for the month of May, which is pretty cool. And that is on the 13th. So I will, you know what, let me just screenshot this calendar while I'm
I
looking at it.
added the calendar, like I'm printing it out once I get
Oh,
my,
perfect. Okay, good
because
deal.
it's been helping having a calendar
Hmm.
right in front
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah, and I normally make our own because we don't always do everything, but everything on this calendar seems like um pretty standard. The thing is that we have so many different like teams on this team that like I know Heather and Katie are doing one thing, like we're doing the anti-inflammation, anti-aging group that starts on May 5th. So Melissa, if you want to be like a fly on the wall in that group and you can kind of see like how we're running them. Basically, it's way, way different than like what we did with Beachbody. So we're just kind of like we do it different every time. But basically for this one, we're starting on Monday and it's just a 5 day group where one day each person's gonna go live and highlight a new product. And we kind of already have picked out like who's doing what, and then we're donating a little bit of money so that we can raffle off prizes to people. And so basically what we'll do is just say like, hey, you've won $30 and it has to go towards $100 purchase. So we're not just handing out cash. It's always coming back into the business, which is just smart business. It took us a minute to land there, but that's how we've landed and it seems to be working. And so they can cash or pass. And then somebody at the end of the day will be walking away with $100 purchase and $30 off of that. So we're highlighting Vivix, which is like the best anti-inflammatory gummy on the market. It's the cleanest. It helps with anti-aging. We're doing the Simply 5 makeup bundle, the youth line, collagen, and I think we said maybe the Healthy Guts bundle, but um I can't remember. So that and it's just fun. You know what I mean? We don't have like bod groups, we don't have all of that stuff anymore. So we just create like Facebook groups. And so if you want, I can just add you to it, just so you can be a part of
Okay.
it and like be in there cheering people on and like, you're just coming back, so you don't have to worry about, being part of running it, but you can at
Okay.
least be a part of being involved in it and kind of see how we do things. Um, and then Okay, so Mother's Day Extravaganza is the 13th at 8 p.m. So that is perfect. I love when they do them on Tuesdays because it can just take the spot of our team call instead of adding one more thing in. And then um we have our new ambassador mentorship every Tuesday. But here's the thing that's not on Melanie's calendar that we are doing a little bit different. Um We are doing the Wellness Way In, which is a free 5-day sneak peek group. Jamie, Danny, Sammy, Courtney, and Kelsey and I are running it for everyone, the whole downline. So you guys don't have to worry about like running this group, but basically just want to go over some highlights of what it is. So we are offering a free 5-day sneak peek as to what it is to be an ambassador on our team. So if you guys have people who you think would be great or who are on the fence or who might be really good at this, invite them. It's totally free. It starts on the 12th. So it's going to run the 12th through the 16th, a Monday through Friday. And it's going to be a Facebook group. And we're going to go over sharing and selling. We're going to go over inviting, how to work in pockets, how to work, like how to do this full time, excuse me, or part time. Um, Let me pull up the topic so I can tell you guys everything. We're gonna go over sharing, not selling, building your network, inviting, how to mentor other people, how and when to actually work part-time versus full-time. And then on Saturday, which is the sixth day, it will be enrollment opens. We'll announce like sign up bundles. We could potentially do like giveaways and stuff that day for people. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we wanted to open this to the entire downline. And the reason is because, we were doing that push to director chat, and I don't think this necessarily applies. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. You guys can decide if this applies to you or not. But there were people in the director blitz, which if you hit director, Melissa, there is a $500 bonus waiting for you at the end of it. But it is just a special opportunity, and you have to hit it this month. So, this is the last month to qualify for it. And so it also, if you hit it this month, um, there is, yeah, there is an extra $100 at the end from me as well. So $600 on the line. And we have our first team retreat planned for September that I'm running for anyone who hits director. And so not only will you lock in the $600 bonus, but you will earn a spot at that retreat, which is a weekend at a lake house. You just have to get there, and then I cover everything else. So there's a lot on the line, and director just means filling all of those bubbles, right? So um, we we noticed people definitely making a lot of excuses. And I reached out to every single person on this team and really had good conversations, I feel like, about like, what did you feel, were you operating under excuses? How did you change that? How do you want to change that? What went well? What did you change that you're going to continue to do into the month of May? What needs to go, and just really like helping you guys one on one seemed to be a little bit better, I feel like, than just doing the assignments, because I feel like people were like, we thought if we can get everyone in here and like we expected people to still be doing the work and then do this assignment on top to help, but people were not doing the work and they were just doing the assignment. And then they were like, oh, I'm so discouraged. Nobody's, whatever. And it's like, well, if the assignment was to get to a coffee shop and you're just like, sorry, no, then you're not really, you're not taking the direction. You're not doing what you're being asked. And, if somebody like Jamie Innes, who's like a multimillionaire, you know, professional running her business, and she's saying, send me a screenshot of 10 voice notes and it's crickets. She is not going to stay in that group. So, when I heard that, like, some of the girls were like, hey, yeah, we're gonna disband this group because we don't feel like it's a good use of our time. And I was like, well, I really like the assignments. I see a lot of value in them. And they were like, there's absolutely no way that we're going to continue to pour our time into this group when people aren't respecting our time. It was like a hard cut. And I was like, oh, okay. Go with Sissy. And so I was like, well, can somebody please send me the assignments every day? Because I liked doing them. I felt like I learned a lot, even though I was one of the people running the group. Like, it just was kind of nice because I was like, it's different perspectives on how people work. Anyways, they disbanded it. We decided we're, potentially going to be putting together a document of those assignments that we can pass down to our teams so that if you onboard people who are trying to get to director, we can let you pass them down to you and you can pass them down to them. But so this is going to take place of that for the month of May because we realized we need new. Like, we have people on our team who are old, stagnant energy, and we don't have to settle for that. You know what I mean? We don't have to settle for people who operate under the umbrella of excuses, people who don't show up to do the work, people who, have one foot in and one foot out the entire time, because there are people out there who we do want on our teams who are going to be both feet in and just jump in and just be like, let me take this business by the horns with you, right? Because I think financially, we are all very motivated, right? And financially, in order to get to our goals, we can't drag people. And that is like one huge change that I made from Beachbody is like, I'm not dragging you. I'm not going to beg you to work. If you're in, you're in. Great. I accept you wholeheartedly. If you're out, you're out. And I'm not going to beg you to stay. You know what I mean? But if you're in, I'm going to do everything I can to try to help you hit your goals. Um, so that's kind of the reason for the change. So that's going to start on the 12th. Simultaneously that same day, the vitamin C serum launches.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. Does everyone know about that new launch?
Yes, I do.
Oh, isn't it wild? So we have a new vitamin C serum in a glass bottle, which the glass bottle is huge because it maintains its potency. I was kind of like educating myself about it, but and then we have the pina colada launch that started Thursday. Um, and at some point we will be scheduling our own ambassador um business calls. So, we need to solidify some of those dates. But yeah. Does anyone have any questions about like the calendar or what's happening for the month? Anyone have any thoughts? Anyone want to share what's working or what you're excited about?
Can you send that in the group,
Yeah.
the
Yep,
calendars?
I'm
Okay.
definitely gonna do that.
Because I
And like
like
I
Jess's
said,
idea to print it out
mhm.
and that way I can see it.
I'm actually going to not fully recreate this, but I'm going to add it to like our team calendar because I want also on there like our anti-inflammation group. And then I think Katie and Heather have their group starting, but I don't know the dates of that. And the reason that we do that, Melissa, is because like, let's say I'm running a group, but like Angela, who's directly under me, wants to be running Heather's group or something. I'm just making up an example. Like,
Mhm.
that's totally fine. You can join any of their groups because we all have different things going on, which is the joy of being on this team. And so there's no pressure to do everything. You just pick what feels aligned for you. I think at first, like, we were all trying to do all the things and we realized it just wasn't working. And so we had to like really hone in on like what do we feel great about.
Mhm.
And like for me, I didn't expect this, but like skincare for me, I'm like, oh, I love this. Like I didn't think that coming from a wellness company that would be my jam, but it totally is. And Ange is like hormone health. Hormone health is my jam. And then, like we're seeing wellness people switch to skincare and like it's just been really interesting because there's so much stuff. So Um, yeah, so you don't ever have to feel pressure by the calendar to like be involved in all of it. You can just be like, yeah, I like this. But this business is really fast moving. It's like there's always a new group, and as soon as we hit our deadline for cutoff, we're already thinking, while this group is running, what are we inviting to next? Because we don't want to take a whole week off of inviting. So for our anti-inflammation group, um,
You're gonna ask what's next.
our anti-inflammation group, um, is Monday. We start Monday, and so the deadline for that group is just Monday at midnight. Like that's when people have to be enrolled by, and then we immediately need a new plan.
Yeah.
We immediately need a new plan, and the plan cannot be just inviting to the free sneak peek because that does not do anything to serve our Star Club bonus goals or our director goals. So one thing that I'm curious about, and I'm gonna ask this in the admin chat, is how does everyone feel about doing another anti-inflammation group? I feel like it's anti-aging and anti-inflammation, but pretty much any purchase gets you in. And I feel like we felt pretty empowered by that group just because it's like you could do Vivix, you could do a guts bundle, you could do a skincare bundle, you could do the EWG makeup bundle. Like any of it qualifies you. You could do Life Shake. What am I
Mhm.
missing? Um, anything that helps with like guts.
Right?
What'd you
No,
say?
said Vivix counts, right?
Yeah, Vivix.
Okay. That's gonna. Well, hey, I'm just gonna invite
Yeah.
all that haven't filled out their carts for the last group and be like, we're extending it. We're starting another one. Let's get it done.
Yeah, let's not say extending because we want to create that urgency. Like you missed the deadline. You
Yeah.
missed the deadline. So, um, are you feeling like the next round might be better timing for you?
Is it okay for us to branch off and just do like a shipping, a free shipping, like an incentive for ourselves? Are we allowed to do that at any time, right? So
Hmm.
while we're doing these groups, I can, um, because what I wanted to do is next weekend, because I know I'll have money at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I want to throw in free shipping. So I made like I'm gonna hype it up this week, and then Friday to Sunday I was gonna do it free shipping, and but it has to go toward, obviously go towards a purchase. But would I like with the would it be like a $75 purchase over that gets you the free shipping, or what sounds better? Is it like 7,500?
Whatever you want to do, really,
Whatever
right?
you want
Yeah.
to do. Okay.
Um, so for a lot of people, so when I was really pushing at the end, I was raffling off $25 off of a $125 purchase.
Okay.
That was probably the most I've ever done, and that was a lot. Um, for free shipping, here's the thing about free shipping is when you're in a push and you're trying to hit a goal, like typically I say it's like free shipping anything over $50, but um or it just kind of depends. Sometimes I do like free shipping over $100, right? Um When
Okay.
I'm really in a season of push, I typically say it's free shipping off any size purchase. But then what I really like to do is get people over that $150 mark
So they get
because
their
it's
free shipping.
they get the free shipping. Yeah. And so only if it's under that, then do I Venmo them the cost of shipping. And remember, everything's a write-off. So every single thing that you do to like raffle in your business, every giveaway, every incentive that you offer, every time we donate money for a group, it's a write-off.
Hmm.
Okay. And I probably should do a call for you guys on taxes and things. But your cell phone bill, if you work from home, your electric, your gas, your trash bill, your water bill, all of that. It's all a write-off. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it all matters. So like let's say you go to the coffee shop. whatever you purchase when you're at that coffee shop to work, it's a write-off. So I just have receipts like all over my house. I need to like get organized and like get them into a
Okay.
document, but it's important.
Yes.
Were you gonna ask something, Ange?
Oh no, I was just saying it'd be helpful at the tax meeting.
Yeah, and I'm not like a tax professional. I'm just kind
My
of
mom.
like learning, but I have the
Like,
notes from my last um for even for example um like Jess, remember when you went over to Amber's to like work with her at her
Yeah.
house? Your mileage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
your mileage.
Wow.
Going to the airport for our trip and paying for parking. That's another one. Any
Okay.
food bills that we had while we were traveling, that's
Yeah.
another one. So like when I do this retreat, like the Airbnb, you know, all stuff like that, it's all a write-off. Um, yeah,
Thank you for that. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. You're
That helped.
welcome. Does anyone have any other questions for me or anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys need help with? Social media questions?
Um, so in June, I plan on doing the 5-day reset. I don't know if I'm going to do it before or after convention, but I know that it's in my calendar. Like I'm doing the 5-day reset
Yeah.
because I was really curious about it. So I'm doing that in June. I haven't had like when I'm going to start it, what part of June, but I am going to do it, and I'm going to wonder if anybody wants to jump on with me. I think Julie wants to do it,
Talk to
and
Kim too.
Emily.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah,
I'll do it.
Melissa.
Yeah, I've been wanting to, and I'm like, oh, I want to do it so
Yes.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, I really like the nutrition and all of that. So I
It's a
thought
great
I'd
one.
try
I
the
did it.
yeah. So I was thinking before or after convention, but I know before convention we're going to be busy, busy, busy.
That's
So
a long time to wait.
that's what I thought too. But I want to.
Convention is literally like 7 weeks away. That's a lot. I mean,
So
what if you did it strategically
yeah, I'm open.
to be like the last week of this month? Because if you're offering free shipping halfway through the month, that's the perfect time to market something like the 5-day refresh because they're already getting free shipping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you're marketing free shipping off of a 5-day reset group, like, hey, I want to head into summer strong. I want to head into
Yeah.
summer feeling lower inflammation I just need a hard nutritional reset. So
Yeah.
the last week of May, like leading us into the summer months of June, I am going to do a 5-day reset. So you could do it like May 26th through the 30th, that Monday through Friday. Then people don't have
Okay.
to worry about like doing it on their weekend. And you just really market it as like, this is finally a cleanse where it's not restrictive. You can eat as much fruit, veggie, protein as you want. You
Okay.
don't have to meal prep because everything comes in a box to your door. And um and it's easy. You know what I mean? Like the other thing too that when I marketed 5-day reset, so I had also done the 7-day cleanse and I spent hundreds of dollars for Derek and I to do it together. I paid like what, 199 for the reset.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent more doing the $45 cleanse and buying all that food. We were at the grocery store 3 different times during that 7 days, and
Wow.
we spent hundreds of dollars on fruits and vegetables. So, not only does it come with all of the food that you need to eat, it comes with shakes, it comes with vitamins, it comes with electrolytes, it comes with snack bars, it comes with your good gut and go. Like it has like your sleepy time tea, it has everything that you need. And then there are fun recipes that you can like take your shake
Yeah.
mix and make like a little cupcake thing at the end of the night. Like you can add in
That's
chocolate
really
chips.
good.
Like there's all types of fun stuff you can do. But I don't ever remember anybody saying, I feel hungry. because there's no limit. It's
Yeah.
a non-restrictive reset that's powered by protein. And I think as women, we always are underserved in protein. Like as women, we should be having 0.75 to 1 gram of protein per every pound that we weigh every day. I was just talking to my daughter about this last night. I'm like, as women, we have to do better because hormonally, we will become
Mhm.
super imbalanced if we don't have enough protein in our system. So I think
Yeah.
like marketing this to women who are, fueled by hormone health or struggling with hormone imbalance, peri or menopausal, it's a good option for them. So you get to decide how you want to market this, but it is a phenomenal program. And I would
Yeah.
not wait, especially
Okay.
because your goal is director. I would absolutely not wait to do this in June because you're missing an opportunity here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after,
May 26th.
yeah, but I would say, Ange, after our deadline tomorrow, I would start marketing the reset immediately. I would be enrolling all the way. So for the reset, you do have to have a cutoff that's before the start date, right? So if you're thinking of doing it the 26th, you need to make sure that people are ordering by like the I would
Okay.
say no later than like the 19th or the 21st
Okay.
to be safe the 19th. So you give like a week cutoff, right? To make sure people have their stuff because people need to have it, people need to get ready, people need to review
Okay.
the essentials. And then so if you start marketing this, it would be essentially tomorrow or Tuesday. Then you
Okay.
have two full weeks to market this. And the reset is a very smart strategic way to get to director because the PV associated with it
Is-
is really high. So take for example, and the commission too, right? So if you're financially motivated, think about it this way. If you are selling one reset, you're gonna get like a $50 kickback or whatever it is from it. Um, I think 199 might be the director price. I can't remember what it is exactly for retail. I'd have to look, but it's just right around that $200 mark, right?
Yeah.
And so you would have to sell like 5 cleanses or 6 cleanses just to make the
Yeah.
same commission off of one reset. So financially, even selling 5 resets is going to cover your costs for the reset, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, your PV on it, like let's just pull up the PV on it really quick,
Okay.
just to really look. Okay, so the retail price is 234, the member price is 199.
Yep.
So that's what people would pay is 199. Um, and then let's see, the PV on it is why is it not showing me the PV on it?
I'm glad I asked about it today. I will
Heck
tell you
yeah.
that because I didn't know that it came with all, like, yeah, I've been looking through the things and seeing people's results, and it is amazing. It really helps the body. And yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing. Why can I not pull up the PV on this? What is going on here? Hold on. Let me pull up those
I was
PV
gonna say
charts.
too, Jessica, it comes with broth and oatmeal, and those were like the best to me.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Not
cool.
the
Soup
same like
broth, like protein
shit.
powered. So everything in this is protein powered. That's the point that I was trying to make before I
Yeah,
Yeah.
went
yeah.
off on a tangent. But yeah, that the protein broth, you can add like any, thank you for saying that, Ange. You can add any like meat or veggies. You can make it like a like you yeah, you're gonna be full. And then like the oatmeal is also protein oats. And so everything is like gluten free.
Hmm.
Because I know that was one question you had, Melissa.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, everything is clean. And so it's like people are like, "Oh, I could just make this myself." It's like, "Well, you could, but you can't go get that protein broth and you can't make your own oats because they're powered by leucine." So, leucine is the kicker. So, leucine is in our shakes and leucine
Mhm.
is in our oats, and leucine basically is a fat burning amino acid.
Yep.
And what it does is it helps melt fat off of lean muscle. So typically when women are doing cleanses, they're noticing loss of inches, loss of weight, and loss of inflammation
Hmm.
because they're losing that lean muscle mass when they're doing it. But when you do a cleanse or a reset that's powered by protein, that leucine actually allows you to melt fat while preserving the lean muscle. And that's why you don't feel hungry. That's why your metabolism kicks into high gear, because when we talk about preserving lean muscle, that's what skyrockets our metabolism. Um, so it's an amazing one. I've never seen a reset or a cleanse that gives you, I mean, it's like 140 grams of protein a day.
Ooh.
So it's great.
Okay.
Okay, I need to find the PV on this bad boy. I don't know why I can't find it.
Yeah.
On
Can you
this
make this stuff
list.
up ahead of time, like earlier in the day?
No, you just make it on the go.
Okay.
So like it comes in like a box with like all these little packets, and you just like if you're on the go for the day, you just take the box and then you have your oats in there, you have your broth in there, you have your electrolytes, your vitamins, your shake mix, and you can just take it all with you.
Okay.
So it's really, really good for people who are busy. Because you're not like when I did the cleanse, I was in the kitchen nonstop trying to prep food and get it ready. And I mean, it was great, but it was a lot of work. And I don't know why I cannot freaking pull up the PV on this thing. Like, what is happening? I'm trying again. Hold on. It's 105 PV.
105.
105 per box. So, I mean, yeah, if you're going for director,
Yes. Yep.
that's a really good one. It's 19 resets alone, not including any other products or your own purchases.
Hmm.
Totally doable. Also, if your goal is Star Club,
Yep.
it's 3 resets, you know? It's three resets to new people.
Okay.
And you'll actually be over your $500 mark with it. But yeah, that's all it takes is 3 resets. And now you're not only making a commission, but you're making an extra 75 cash immediately in your paycheck. So the reset is a great idea. Um, and even on team call on Tuesday, I would love for you to just say, like, announce to people that as of that day, you are going to be doing a reset group at the end of May, and just invite anyone who wants to join in on running that with you because I think that there would be a lot of interest.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get that.
Um, when I did the reset group, we just had a chat. And it was just nice because people would just share like pictures of their oats or pictures of their drinks or I like this or I don't like that. Um, I'm excited to do it again postpartum. It was a little bit harder for me because I had really severe sickness. So like I had a lot of food aversions. Like I know everyone loved the oats and they were like I couldn't even stomach them. But like the broth was my jam. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to do it again with like a more regular body. You know what I mean? A more regular appetite, I guess. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, I have a family. It's my daughter's ninth birthday tomorrow. So we're having like a birthday party, and there's a couple people I'm talking to about other things other than the reset. But I'm gonna do work while I'm there today and see what I can get out of it because I know a lot of them do things for workout and do things to help their bodies, and they don't
Yeah.
have a lot of results, but I know it takes time to build trust, especially with, even with families sometimes. And I feel like I've hit that over the last 2 months. Like I've
Stayed
getting,
consistent. Yeah.
yeah.
Girl,
So
you I
excited.
was at a trampoline park. It was loud, and my mom and Jessica, which is my brother's wife, was like, "Your skin looks so good," because they knew how bad my skin was, and I was like, "Oh!" But then I
You're like,
started
well,
talking
I
about,
actually brought my whole Palmafera line with me.
and
I'm
then Steve,
bringing all of the
they're
multi.
listening. Steve's sister was there too because it was Ava's birthday, so she
You
was
guys, I'll
all
be
like,
right back. I'll be
"Ooh,
right back. Keep talking. Keep talking.
mom." Oh, no problem. My mom's like, "Yeah, I guess I need those wands," because I was like telling her the wands and stuff. I
Yes,
was showing all
your
our pictures.
face looks amazing, by the way. I've noticed
I'm
it.
like, Mom, they're only like $120. Like they're really affordable compared to like stuff like because I
I
know
started,
I'm a lot on skincare.
yes,
Like,
and I've started using the peptide pens, and they are amazing. And you look amazing too. Your
yeah,
skin is
I can see the
bright.
different stores too. I know, like the brightness of your skin, and I know it's crazy. I'm
Yeah,
like, even a
it
month.
blew my mind. The skincare, the youth lineness, like even all of it. I haven't
Yeah,
found one product I haven't not liked out of
I
the
know. It's the
skincare.
same thing. I didn't really care for the sleepy tea, but I think it's
Oh, that's
more
how I was too. But I still like
think
every
that
once
I
in a while.
didn't
Still put it.
care for it. I just think that I'm so tired all the time that it's like, what's the point of the sleepy tea when I can already pass out on a
Well, it gets you a good restful night of sleep.
yeah,
Okay?
worked? Yeah, for
How
sure.
are the hormone pills working for you?
It's
The
been like 5 months and I'm never looking back.
wow.
It's been
Oh,
so
let me
good.
know what they are. Because
Yeah, you have like
So
3 big bottles.
Heather, Heather on our team, she was, I don't know if you remember Melissa, like they were talking about releasing like Belvital through body,
hmm
which was the whole hormone thing. And she was like a part of the group. And so she like the test group and
Right.
she like it's like a really it was she was honest with us and just said it's like really intense and really hard and like doesn't think a lot of people could actually like stick to it just because the eating is so involved. So she
hmm
basically took out the eating aspect and made it way easier, like here's what's good to eat, ridding toxins type thing, breath work,
hmm
meditation. But the biggest thing was the pills that you'd pay like $200 a month for the body. She
Yeah.
got down to like literally like $120 and you get like 3 months supply of it all. But it's
Oh,
like
that's awesome.
it's a
That's
glucose
amazing.
complex, um, stress relief complex. So a sugar regulator, I call it to people, it keeps your sugar on the like regular levels regular. The stress relief has been the game changer for me because my high blood pressure, I was having being looked at to get on like medication for it.
hmm
Oh,
And after I was on those pills for like 2 months, my doctor, when I was at the dermatology, they're like, your blood pressure is like immaculate. I'm like, what? And
woohoo.
everything was there. It was good. And I'm like, it has to be the stress relief pill. But then also the metabolism booster, the burner, I call it, is like,
Metabolic boost.
yeah. I
Yeah,
hmm
just have different names for them because I don't want to sell it at the same name, but
I know.
um and then what's the other one? Am I missing one? Oh, and then the multivitamin. I always say the hormone healing trio plus vitamin is what I call it. But I know like Marissa is calling it hormone healing stack. So it's
Yes.
whatever. Yeah. But no, 5 months and now I'm like I was down like 10 pounds and I'm like almost down like 16 in like
Wow.
Wow.
I've lost over
do
since.
like way less working out, like my workouts. I mean, I'm doing Lift for Joel Freeman, but it's like 40 minutes versus like 3 hour kill me workouts. And
hmm
That's like
Yes.
the biggest thing I'm seeing from people doing the hormone stack is their weight loss. Like
Yes.
people who
Yeah.
are like, I can't lose weight, or I'm
That's me.
plateaued and I'm doing all these hardcore workouts or even not doing hardcore workouts. I just feel blah, but I'm eating pretty good and I'm frustrated. Like I had a customer the other day, she's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the hormone stack because I'm 5 seconds away from an Ozempic doctor appointment. Like she's
Mhm.
like, this is my last effort and I'm ready to throw my entire life savings down the drain to because I can't live like this. And people are like, this is miserable.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are stuck. I know personally, I'm stuck in that cycle of restricting, binging. And
Mhm.
Cass, you know what I went through a
Yeah.
couple of years ago. So, like, since then, I have gained 70 pounds
Yeah.
in 2 years.
And I
Yeah.
think for you, Melissa, not only starting the hormone stack, but also marketing something like the reset, which I know you're
Mhm.
super interested in, as
Yeah.
something that is non-restrictive, just being something that is going to work well for like your mental health right now. And when you market it
Yeah.
to people, you say, I am so sick and tired of doing the yo-yo up and down and up and down and up and
Hmm.
down. So I do need a full body reset, but I can't have something that's triggering me to, restrict again. Like I can't
Right.
I can't keep doing that to my body and to my mind. So
Hmm.
like this was the perfect solution and I think a lot of women can relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But other
Yeah, for
than just
sure.
the weight loss, even like my sleep, like I can actually sleep through the night. My
Mhm.
anxiety, like outside of taking medication and therapy, I was literally, I don't know what, but I mean, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now with like my living situation and everything and money. So even through that, Steve is like, you are like so calm this time. Like we've been together 14 years. We've been through hard times in the past. And I'm like,
Right.
and I cry and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I don't know what's different this time, but even, yeah, I can tell like this whole last couple years, and especially with this hormone thing, like I was having anxiety just waking up and going into work. And I'm like, I've been at this gym for like 13 years. Why am I anxious? Like, I know there's
Right.
nothing I have to be, but unexplained anxiety is like gone. And then, yeah,
Wow.
Mhm.
as far as like I have Crohn's, like I always felt like I looked, Cassie probably gets this, but like pregnant in my uterus, like I could
Mhm.
keep my stomach flat, but it was always my uterus that seemed like really full. Like they call
Yeah.
it the food area, and there was like no reason for it, like bloated, uncomfortable, and I feel like that's like gone too. But I swear
Yeah.
that Vic on top of it
That
now,
Vivek.
Vixen, it was like
Yes.
now
Yeah,
it's like
the
a
Vivek
solid.
has changed my
The
sleep.
Vivix, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
My God,
Vivix has been a huge game changer. And even like there's somebody else on our team who has colitis, like symptoms and she's like, okay, well, I hate the gummies, but I'm having a flare, so I'm just gonna do a Hail Mary and swallow them down because you said it helped with your symptoms. She literally texted me within the hour and she's like, what? They're gone. She's like, I was like literally prisoner to my bathroom this morning and now I'm out running errands. She's like, this is magic. I'm like, I told you. I'm like, trade in your gummies for your gel tabs and call it a day. Like, just get back, like it's crazy. I've been on medical treatments for my colitis for over 8 years.
Yeah.
So
I'm finding that
insane.
that happens with
Hmm.
Vivix because I was on muscle relaxers and I will not take pain meds at all for the fibro and like my back, the inflammation, my gut. I didn't realize that there's so many things Vivix, like it has so many benefits
Yeah.
and it's
I
helping
definitely have to order that.
my life.
Yeah. For your
I
knee.
was on the fence, and then Cassie said the flare and me having Crohn's. I feel like my Crohn's is like, especially like stress is a trigger, like the doctor said for me,
Oh,
and like
100%.
I- out of like I've been supposedly in remission for like 6 months to almost a year, but it's like to me it's like so I can't take like I'm not taking medication at all right now, and but I still have
I
those
can't
days where
being
I wake
pregnant
up.
either.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
still have those days though where I wake up and my stomach hurts and I'm like, "Oh, I'm in remission," but I still can feel like I
Hmm.
it's thing you can't explain, but it's like I can still feel my Crohn's. Like I still feel like shit in my stomach, and those Viveks have because it's
That's
always
how
mornings
that's
that
how
I
I
get up.
get. Yeah,
Boston's
but I
even like
have.
Devitt told me you're gonna be half hour late to work because of your Crohn's. Because my boss gets it. He knows what I'm going through. He has a kid with autoimmune. And yeah, it was like every day I was like on the toilet, like hugging my stomach, like, oh, give me a minute, because it's like these episodes, even though I'm supposedly in remission. But
Right.
Vivix, I don't even have them. I don't have it anymore.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
It's a,
stopped sleeping on my floor and now I'm back to
I'm
my
telling
bed.
something
Which
that about you.
crazy.
It's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, and
that's how
my
I get
feet in
with
pregnancy
gluten.
too, like they were so swollen I could barely walk. I took over a month of working out off. Like if you guys know me, you know, like that's not like me. I couldn't
Mhm.
work out. I couldn't even do anything. So I started taking it for the inflammation of my colitis or my yeah, in my colon from my colitis. And then yeah, my feet, I couldn't believe it. The swelling in my feet, the pain.
Yes.
So people with arthritis and joint pain or like
Yeah.
Fibro,
yeah, fibro, yeah,
Fibro.
it's
Fibro is
crazy.
fibro. I
that
learned
burning.
when you look at the things that Vivix does, like the brain fog, the stiffness of your muscles and
Mm,
joints, the inflammation in your body, think like all of that, it relates to like with the Vivix, it relates to fibro. And fibro is
Hmm.
something that a lot of people do not talk about.
yep.
It's like
Right.
the silent thing because doctors don't, that's what I don't get. They don't really have much on fibro. They just, a lot of people are silent about it and they
It's like
joke
a
about it.
non-respected
Yeah,
chronic pain
Yes.
that just
and it
kills you.
sucks. It sucks. But that Vivix has completely changed everything for me. I used to go to physical therapy 4 times a week. Now I'm not going because I'm feeling that much better.
I wonder if it would
But
help
I
my mom.
still work out, but
Was talking to my mom about it yesterday because my mom has rheumatoid arthritis and
okay.
she's in a lot of pain a lot, and she had to actually start physical therapy because she's got like the back of her neck right here.
Yes, right here.
It's like a bump. I was like, Mom, yesterday I was like rubbing it. I'm like, Mom, that's so bad. Like,
You gotta
Yeah,
get her started on Vivix. Like,
you
Mhm.
have,
out
yeah,
there,
Vivix.
I need to just go over there and help her because she's so old school. She doesn't even know like what apps are on the phone. She has a cell phone. My dad, my dad helped her get that set up, a new phone and stuff, but like she just has no idea. She's all writes checks for things still. I'm like, I'll come over and help you set up an account, and I need to do that with her soon. She needs to check with the doctor on a couple of things though. She checked on the menopause supplement 'cause she really wanted that, and that was a no-go for a certain ingredient in it because she's so sensitive. My mom can't even use certain things on her skin because like rheumatoid,
Yeah,
it's all so like her hands and stuff. That's why I was worried
yep.
about myself when I was having all that stuff, because it's like it's horrible. Like her fingers split wide open, and like that's how
Oh,
dry thing. It's bad. So even like the skin line, she was like, she wants to check the peptide ones, but she has to check the ingredients because it's like anything. She couldn't
Yeah, I
use
had a lot of people ask
everything. She has to
that.
take hand soap, like a wash, and a little thing in her purse. So when she's out, she can only use that hand soap, and it's crazy.
Aw,
do
It's bad.
you know of any, speaking of parents, do you know of any like overactive bladder type of regimens? My mom is going through, she has to have some testing done, but she has knee issues too. So I'm thinking maybe the Vivix for her, but also
yeah.
anything to help her with uh overactive bladder. Like it's new.
yeah.
Like something new
So,
that's going on.
No, is it
and
like my daughter was actually described with that, like diagnosed with that like young, where it was like she
I
would
know.
just like felt like she had to pee all the time.
Hmm.
But is that it's different, I'm guessing, right? Like she's actually going to the bathroom all the
She's
time. You're
yeah,
saying?
so
Maybe
yeah. So hers is like a
in what year was it?
four and flow maybe or something.
2011, 2011, I think. I was diagnosed with something called interstitial cystitis. And it's basically, I was going to the bathroom like peeing,
Mhm.
like literally
All this
almost
every
100
hour.
times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. And
Yeah.
I was having to like track it. It wasn't like I felt like I had to go and couldn't go like UTI kind of. It was like I was actually going. And I went to the doctor because I'm like, this is so unusual for me. Like, is everything okay? And I mean, 2011, I didn't know anything. It was 15 years ago. And, I was like, how old am I now? I was early 20s, right? So I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, actually, you have all the symptoms for something called interstitial cystitis, which is like this inflammation in the bladder that when it fills, it causes it to like crack essentially and it can't
Mhm.
hold. So you're going constantly. And
Uh,
so later that year I had surgery because there's no cure for it. There's no anything. You just have to basically have surgery and they go in and they coat the lining of your bladder with something that is like a treatment. And in
Mhm.
order to fully diagnose it, they fill your bladder. And they said, yep, we filled your bladder. We saw the lining of it crack.
okay.
It was bleeding. So you're not necessarily urinating blood, but you're just going all the time.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like painful. Like you're kind like not
Yeah.
painful to go, but like when your bladder fills, like you feel like that cramping in your
Yes.
abdomen.
Yes. That's what she was just saying
Yes.
the other night.
And so I think like that's an inflammation. Like
Mhm.
Yes.
I would think Vivix would be like the thing to help with
Okay.
that. Um, and honestly, like just it calms the irritation. It calms it. And like even like we have somebody on our team right now whose dad was in a terrible motorcycle accident several years ago. And he lost the ability to use one of his arms and he has like a morphine pump and everything like that he has to like because he lives in agony. He just has like
Mm.
a life where he's just like in pain all the time. And so she started him on Vivix and like she said he used to like literally scream in pain, even with the morphine pump. Like he was just like agonizing in pain. And then he took the Vivix and he felt immediate relief. And she said that then he ran out and he was out of it for a few days and he was like, I need it back because I can feel the pain coming back.
Yeah.
So like I love like how you were saying, Jess, it like helps with so many things like the
Yeah.
arthritis, the joint pain,
It helps with
the
my carpal tunnel. Like
yeah, oh,
Mhm.
totally. Autoimmune, the
100.
bloating, the swelling.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Oh my God, no, you guys, seriously. Cassie, you know me with my mitts. I've been falling asleep without them on and not waking up to my hands dead asleep.
Yeah. I have noticed that too because
I've been
I have
taking
carpal
one
tunnel.
gummy at night just because I do two in the morning, one at night, just because it does. I feel like that's a good balance for me. I don't know why, but it's working. It makes so much sense. I was diagnosed with severe bilateral carpal tunnel like 2 years ago, and I
I
went through
was just diagnosed
I
this
went through
year with
physical
it.
therapy because I refused surgery, and I'm like, what can I
Yep.
do to like just keep me where I'm at? I know I can't like heal it, and they
Yep.
said it's because I'm like this a lot, so they put me in
Yep.
one of those like backpack openers for like 6 months, and of course I
Mm.
sleep with gloves on, but yeah,
Yep. That's
no,
what
I
they
didn't even
told
put
me
two and
too.
two together. I like have not been having my hands fall asleep. Certain things like
Me
I mean,
neither.
oh my God.
Yes. The tingling in the hands and feet when you wake up and they're just like,
Or just want to like itch them.
yes.
What
That's
about the
all.
coldness? Do you guys
Ah,
get really cold hands, really cold feet all the time?
My husband does. He has Renards.
So,
And I
yep.
told him to try the Vivek. So that's one thing on his list.
I gotta write
Yeah.
that down.
Because he
Does
tried
it
one
help you with energy, Jess? Do you feel like because I have fiber too. I've had it for
yes,
Write
a
it down.
hundred
almost 18
percent.
years. Yeah.
I've had it. I was diagnosed last year and then um I didn't know what to do. It was kind of one of those things where you just don't know. And I didn't know much about it till I started researching it and kind of going through groups with people about it. And yes, it will help with your energy massively. Well, that's what's been happening with me. And I take the 3 Vivix a day.
Okay.
Yep. The Vivix has completely changed my fibro. And it's funny because not a lot of people that I've like, even when I'm talking to somebody about fibro, they're like, "Oh, it's fibro." And I'm like, "No, like Vivix
Mm,
took away the brain fog. I'm sharper about it." It helped with the numminess, the tingling, the gut health, the skin. Because I didn't know that fibro really does affect your nails, your
hmm.
hair, your face. It all ties
Yeah.
together with Vivix. And I will not go a day without it because I did go one day where I didn't take it.
Right.
I will take it because it made that much of a difference.
Okay, guys, it is 10:03, so I'm gonna end the recording. But I'm so glad, Melissa, that you could get on and that we have a good
Yeah.
game plan for May. I will
Yes.
get the calendar together and get that sent to everyone and get the
Okay.
recording sent out.
Okay.
And enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see everybody
You too.
on Tuesday. Oh
Please.
yeah, picture, 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 picture. I'm sorry. Ange is always reminding me. Okay. Smile. Okay, guys. See you on Tuesday.
All righty.
All right.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.